case, man, if you're going to spin the wheel of Avril Lavigne and Admiral Lavigne, you might as well add Adam Levine on there. Fuck, I'd rather spin the wheel between Adam Levine than Admiral Levine any day, man. So yeah, get it on.
You can leave us a message at 888-634-1744.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point. You gotta be miserable if you lose. I'm gonna miss Admiral Levine. I have no idea what half these fucking retarded freak shows that were in the last administration. Like, where do they go now? The circus? Like, what do you do? Just go to Wall Street and get a job at
MSNBC?
I guess you go to MSNBC. Just go somewhere you can lie. You can keep lying or something. I don't know. Where do all these fucking feckless losers go?
Nonprofits.
Grindr. All right. Grindr. All right. And who was the one? Wait a minute. We had Admiral Levine and Avril Lavigne, and then
Adam Levine, the singer of Maroon 5.
I understand that part. Yeah. No, we have another
Katy Perry and Katie Porter.
Yeah, Katy Perry and Katie Porter. Yeah, there you go.
Sentence.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough wheel.
I'll roll it. I'll roll them dice.
All right, well. All right, what do you got there?
Oh, but look, in recent months, 3 Democratic governors have announced initiatives geared towards helping boys and men. Yeah. Democratic governors, including Wes Moore, Maryland, Connecticut Governor Ned Lamont, and Gretchen Whitmer of Michigan are increasingly focusing on addressing challenges faced by boys and men, a demographic that has shown a notable shift towards Republican candidates in recent elections.
Yeah,
the trend...
it's interesting. Now the Democrats have to pretend to give a shit about young dudes.
Well,
some of them could even be white.
Governor Whitmer has pledged to sign an executive order.
That fucking retarded cow. Yeah. She went fucking nuts. By the way, wasn't she kidnapped? What about the kidnap plot? She plotted a kidnap. Yeah, the FBI plotted a fucking kidnapping. It's that fucking cow locked everyone down and then went boating. She was locking down gardening sections of hardware stores during COVID. Listen, anybody who snapped into action and put their fucking boot on everyone's neck during COVID, fuck right off. Fuck off. It was a dry run. Newsom, Whitmer, all the over-officious folks who snapped into action and said, how much can I oppress the folks I rule over? You all should be out. Because you shut beaches, you shut the fucking lake, you shut the boats, you shut the hardware stores. It's like, okay, now I know who you are. Now I know exactly who you are.
Yeah.
And I want nothing to do with you because I like freedom because I live in America. So she's fucking horrible. But anyway, they all have to pretend to give a shit about young dudes now because they're losing their demo. They were the enemy. Young white dudes were always the enemy, or heterosexual dudes, or whatever, and now they're losing their constituency, so now they have to pretend to give a fuck.
She signed an executive order aimed at increasing young men's enrollment in education and skill training programs. So, they're doing some catch-up right now.
Yeah. Okay. Perhaps you shouldn't have waged war on them for the last 15 years, you fucking retards. That would have been nice.
We got a clip of Ned Lamont.
Toxic masculinity and all you assholes.
Your Connecticut governor trying to...
By the way, just let me say this. Let me just say this. Please listen to me, everyone. I toured the sites of Altadena and the Palisades and Malibu. There's a whole bunch of people with dicks and balls who are fucking driving excavators and trucks and operating all the heavy equipment. All the fucking people you hate, all the people who didn't go to college, all the guys with the cocks and the balls, all the guys who don't give you their pronouns. That place is being completely rebuilt by just them.
Yeah.
Nobody who looks like you, nobody uses pronouns, no he, she's, none of your fucking freak shows, none of your Admiral Levines. Nobody looks like that. It's just a bunch of fucking dudes who go by he and him, bitch. So let's not run them out of society. The reason we shouldn't run those guys out of society is because every once in a while, shit's gonna burn. And then you need dudes to rebuild it. You understand? Not you fairies, dudes. Not your fucking pals. Real dudes. The dudes you don't like. Every once in a while, shit's going to burn down, and you need someone to come in there and clean up the mess and then rebuild it, or war's going to break out, or a fucking bridge needs to be rebuilt. And guess who we need? Dudes.
Yeah.
Not your fucking LGBT community buddies. Dudes. Not your fucking Black Lives Matter fat bitches. Dudes. You understand? So stop fucking waging a war on dudes, because every once in a while you may need one.
Absolutely.
Because every once in a while you may need to get shit done. Oh, God damn. We didn't have mail. What's right? I didn't see any chicks. I didn't see anyone who looked like Admiral Levine. I just saw dudes. That's all I saw. Working all the fucking equipment, doing all the heavy lifting, and doing all the fucking work. Oh, sorry.
We got a clip about this.
Clip.
All right. I got a DEI initiative, which maybe folks on both sides of the aisle might appreciate. I want to do outreach to get more men into teaching.
Dude.
Look, what do you say, Doug? More men into teaching. Look, statistically, it's the boys who are the most likely to be disconnected youth. And a few more male mentors in the classroom and in the playing field as a coach just might help. What say you, Education Committee?
All right.
Well, yeah. I mean, just saying what we already know.
Yeah, everything in the stupid Gillette toxic masculinity commercial. Oh God, when the corporations jump on board too, it's always I don't know. This is an old story for me. I'm just telling everyone to fuck off for a minute. We need shop class. We need dudes. I'm not going to fucking apologize for knowing how to build shit, and you need people to know how to build shit, not your fucking process people who sit around and have all your theories about everything. You need fucking people to work every once in a while. Those are dudes. So do not declare war on guys just because they didn't go to college and they don't talk the right way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Totally. Moving on, Sotheby's to auction the original ET model used in Spielberg's 1982 sci-fi classic.
Oh.
Check it out.
There's got to be.
Behold.
You know, none of this existed back in the day. Memorabilia.
Yeah.
They didn't care.
Really? Not in the 70s, like nobody wanted some fit, like a Ronald Reagan original? You know what I mean?
You could do, look, you had Dorothy's ruby slippers.
Baseball cards?
They had baseball cards, yeah, but this kind of stuff, I guarantee when this movie ended, everyone just walked off the set and they left fiberglass ET sitting in the corner, and then some teamster picked it up, said, "What do you want with this?" And someone said, "I don't know, put it over there." And I swear to God, there's always a story where at some point, some point we went, "Somebody give me $75 for this thing," and everyone's like, "I'm good." and they left, and now it's going to be $1 million.
Yeah, it's going to be. It's one of 3 made for the movie. It's expected to fetch between $600,000 and $900,000, which probably means more than $1 million.
I think it's
right?
This shit. First off, nerds are the rich ones now.
Oh yeah.
It used to be dudes were rich. Now nerds are rich. Nerds, the techie bros.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those guys, and they're all fucking nerds, and they want all this shit. They love all this stuff, all the anything Star Warsy or anything, any Darth Vader's helmet or whatever. I mean, that shit to those guys. They got more money.
This auction it's at is called These Are Such Things 20th Century Horror, Science Fiction, and Fantasy on Screen.
When's it going off?
It is on March 21st and concludes on April the 3rd.
Oh, it's an online thing.
It is. And
so it started already.
Exactly. And the other iconic films, Wizard of Oz, Total Recall, Blade Runner, Labyrinth, and Jurassic Park. They're featuring all items from costumes, props, and posters.
There's really nothing we won't buy, right? Like we'll do porn star panties.
Yep.
We'll do chicks who fart in a mason jar. We'll do E.T.
I want the third tit from Total Recall.
They'll do the third tit. They'll do the Batmobile. Like there's just nothing There's nothing we won't buy.
No.
Right?
I want one of those Ford Explorers from Jurassic Park.
Oh.
Yeah, just roll that
I
up to the studio.
those. Yeah. Yeah, they, I don't know. Is the bidding, Dawson, you're going to have to check. Is the bidding started already? Is it like online? Is it up to a certain number now? And also, you got to understand, yeah, you're right. They don't make one, they make three.
Yeah.
You know, they make the hero one and then the one for this. And there's like the one that gets blown up. You know, like they have backups of everything. Now, does this thing move or do anything?
Yeah,
like
I don't believe
face?
it's animatronic. It didn't say in the article but it's just a model, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Stand in. It just exactly what you see. That's what it is. So he's just like looks kind of forlorn or confused. Maybe.
You know, it's funny. All the guys that do all the stuff, like there's the gun collectors, then there's the watch collectors, then there's the E.T. Star Wars nerds collectors, then there's the car collectors, then there's the sneakerheads, and they all make fun of each other.
You're right.
The fucking gun guys are like, I like to shoot those fucking sneaker pussies. What the fuck? Look at those guys. They got a fucking closet full of fucking Air Jordans they're never going to wear. They all make fun of each other, except they're all the same dude.
You're right.
They're all the same guy. You get watches, he gets sneakers, you get ET. But the car guys, we're the real dudes. Car guys are real. Does it say, Dawson? Is it up to
Opening
something?
bid will be $500,000.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's the opening bid. All right. All right.
A city employee accused of planting a noose at her own desk is getting charged with staging a hate crime.
Can I say this? Where we just forget about all the fake bullshit where people, somebody wrote something on some black kid's dorm room door or something. Where are we just in the noose department? Hasn't every noose related story been bullshit?
Yes.
It's every Bubba Wallace had a. Well, first things first. Can I say, you know, like the great Sigmund Freud said, sometimes a cigar is just a cigar.
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes a loop in a string is just a loop. It's not for someone to grab and pull a garage door down. It's not all a noose.
It was Jussie Smollett, Bubba Wallace, and the exercise equipment in Oakland, California.
Yes. Right. They're still looking into that. Yes. Yeah. That's right. Yes, everything's a hate crime. Everything's a hate crime, except for there's not enough actual hate to go around, so they have to manufacture it. Okay.
So, yeah, police determined that Brown's DNA matched DNA found on the noose, so she tied the noose herself and placed it on her desk. There she is.
Well, look, if somebody says to you, look, when you say to a kid, when you skin your knee and you're down on the ground and you're crying and you're 6 years old, when you say that to a kid and mom will come and hug you and tell you it's okay and ask you if you want some ice cream. I want some ice cream? And you tears coming down and she's telling, let me take care of you. And she'd take care of you. At some point, you kind of learn, hey, not too bad. I think I should fucking hold my knee and fall on the ground as much as I can because I'll get some free ice cream and some attention on it. If you just tell black people you're not wanted and everyone's attacking you, but if something actually happens, everyone's going to rally around you and build you up, and then you're going to have a press conference, and then we can talk about how strong you are emotionally, being able to overcome these things. Well, yeah, a lot of these fucking idiots are going to do it. Why wouldn't you do it? We're beckoning them to do it. We're setting the table for them to do it. And so, of course, they're doing it. Why wouldn't they do it?
You know what step one should be in all these investigations? The person reporting the noose crime, just check their Google history and see if it says somewhere, how do you tie a noose?
That's right.
I don't know how to do it. If I had to tie, I don't know. I don't think anybody does. You got to look that shit up on YouTube.
I'm from the South. I'll show you.
Okay.
I couldn't even do a Windsor.
No, I mean,
overhand knot.
Yeah. Can we be at the point now where we just assume it's a hoax until otherwise notified?
Everybody's
normal people can, but no, they're going to double, triple this. It's not going to end.
How many times do you think that people got away with this and didn't get Smollett?
Well, what ends up happening, here's what ends up happening. Like, there was a great story out of a college where and you can look for it, Dawson. I'm closing my eyes because I'm trying to remember. There was a college, maybe in the South, and they closed the cafeteria. They said the cafeteria is closed. And some black, maybe exchange student even from Africa or something, but a black student like walked into the closed cafeteria and then sat down and started like eating. And then the white custodian or the cafeteria worker guy like came around and went, hey, you can't be in here. We're closed. So you got to see yourself out. And then she saw herself out and then she cried racism. And then the first thing that's insane is they immediately snap into action. They go, all right, well, we got to fire the custodian. The security guy pulled her out of the cafeteria that was closed. We got to fire him. So let's get rid of him. So they fire him. And it's always like, well, when do you want to hear his story? Or we just fire him. So then they fire him. Then it's all over the news. Then she gets interviewed, and then she's holding back the tears during the interview. And then dumb shits like my mom go, you see what kind of nation we're living in? Do you see what this is? It's still going on today. And then 6 months later, there's a small little blurb that it never really happened, and the guy that got fired gets his job back and with severance. But CNN's done with the story by then.
Yeah.
And that's how it works. What was that story?
Smith College, July 2018. She was sitting in an area of the cafeteria that was closed. A cafeteria worker in his 60s with poor vision noticed a figure in the distance eating in a closed-off area of the dorm. The janitor.
By the way, they're getting janitors fired.
Yeah, they fired him. I'm trying to figure out what happened.
They fired the guy who came around and went, hey, person.
It's closed.
It's closed. A person of any color, it's closed, but who happens to be black and has a grievance. And now... And who knows if this bitch is brainwashed or whatever it is. There's tape of her, Dawson, like doing an interview and crying. Yeah, that's the other part I like, too. It's like, I wish I was that good an actress where I got to go fucking sit in some closed off area, eat a ham sandwich, and then, God save you if you try to ask me to leave, because I'll shut this fucking college down. Man.
Video from the New York Post is unavailable for this one. But yeah, she said, all I did was be black.
That's and sit in a restricted area.
Yeah.
What's up? While being black in 2008. And by the way, on a college campus in 2018, do you really half the people are gay, the other half are black, and there's like 2% Asian. Is really who is this? You think it's a Klan college? Ooh, write that down. There's a clown college.
It's Smith College.
Smith College, the exotically named. Yeah. And
I believe isn't that a women's college?
I think
it is.
At some point, by the way, they fire the janitors, probably just some Mexican dude who makes $40,000 a year. Now they get rid of him immediately. No fucking due process. And then at some point they have to like reinstate him, and they end up getting sued, because I would sue too if I was the janitor who got up and told the chick the cafeteria was closed.
Doing your job.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, did she have a good name, Dawson? I can't remember if she had a good name or not. But anyway, those are the times.
Well, this lady in Allentown is
Umu.
What?
Umu Kanutue.
Umu Kanutue.
Umu Kanute.
Oh, I knew she had a good name.
Well, this girl with the noose is a Latarsha Brown.
Latarsha. Oh, come on. That's too close to retarda.
All right.
Oh, we got the vid of her.
Oh, here we go.
This person comes here, maybe from another country, eats in the wrong place, and has some probably Hispanic guy tell her to leave because it's a restricted. I don't know. Don't you feel like your whole... don't you feel like your half of your adult life, you've gone places and people go, I'm sorry, this exhibit's closed, or this thing's closed, or you got to come back tomorrow. We don't open till 5. Like, how many times, Doss, you been to a fucking hotel or a party or something, a wedding or something, you walk up to the bar and you go, give me a Bud Light, and they go, not
another 5 minutes.
We got another. I've done it where it's like, what time is it? Well, we open at 5. What time is it? 4:58 and 41 seconds. I'm like, how about you start getting the Bud Light? We don't start serving. Give me a scenario where that Bud Light hits my hand at 4:59 and 21 seconds where you get fired in this empty bar in this empty lobby of this empty hotel. Is there a part? And the person will stand there. 2:40. Okay, you got 32 and a half seconds. Right? Okay. You could just pour the beer. Okay. All right. I don't get to cry discrimination. All right. This is the person that went and sat in the cafeteria where she wasn't supposed to be in the cafeteria and then was just asked to leave. She wasn't pepper sprayed. They didn't let a police dog go on her, but here she is. Sorry.
And that's just not fair. This shouldn't happen to anyone at all.
Amu Kanute is a rising sophomore at Smith College and works here this summer teaching chemistry to high schoolers for Smith's STEM program. She was reading in the dining hall of the Tyler House dorm here Tuesday.
Next thing you know, I see the cop walk in with a Smith employee whom I've never seen before. And the man asked me, we were wondering why you're here.
She says police told her an employee had called about a suspicious black man. She recorded video with her phone.
I was wondering why you were here.
Oh, I was eating lunch. I'm working the summer program.
Adding her own text on Instagram with a post that's prompted outrage from supporters.
It just still upsets me to just talk about it because I don't even...
A guy goes, wondering why you're here. Not, get on the ground, Blackie. Like, it's just... She's in an area she's not supposed to be, so someone is telling her you got to leave. But all right.
Prompted outrage from supporters.
It just still upsets me to just talk about it because I don't even feel safe on my own campus and I'm away from home. I'm the first in my family to go to college. I'm doing this not only for me, but for my family, for my ancestors.
Smith's president sent a statement apologizing and assuring the student that she belongs in all Smith spaces.
God, this is what created these fucking broken toys. We broke them because this guy, he should have said, hey, bitch, get your shit together and eat your sandwich somewhere else. But they got to make a statement and they have to apologize. And they have to talk about what a painful incident this is. It reminds us of a legacy of racism. Let me read the president's statement. Oh, President Kathleen McCartney.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. She belongs at Smith College and she belongs in all Smith College spaces. So there are no areas that are... So if she wants to go into the kitchen and make herself a sandwich in the cafeteria, she could do that. She could walk into the boys' room. She could join a basketball game on Saturday, I guess. Just run out there. I mean, part of the... She could run out there, if Smith has a football team or they're doing a gymnastics event, she could jump on those parallel bars because there are no spaces that she's not allowed at.
She gets to access everybody's dorm room.
She could sleep in anyone's dorm room. Oh, what are the hours for the library? Oh, it's
24/7.
Well, for this bitch, for you, and it closes at 5 p.m. Right. But she can walk in drunk at 2 a.m. because that's a space that she can. Oh, speaking of spaces, park where you want.
I like how she doesn't like what the cafeteria is serving. She just hop the counter and get a brick of cheese out of the fridge.
Yeah. It's all spaces are open to her. This painful incident reminds us of the ongoing legacy. I like that, ongoing legacy. I feel like it's either a legacy or it's ongoing. I don't know if it's a ongoing legacy, but all right. You had us with legacy of racism, but there's an ongoing legacy of racism. Oh, by the way, who's keeping the legacy of racism alive, bitch? Maybe it's Kathleen McCartney from Smith College. Maybe you guys are the keepers of the flame for racism legacy, because that's all you fuckers talk about. But there's an ongoing legacy of racism and the bias in which people of color are targeted while simply going about their business of their daily lives. So you just walk around Smith College and you're being targeted.
Now bring it on home. Here's the good part.
Building an inclusive, diverse, and sustainable community is urgent and ongoing work. And if somebody said to me, why did Kamala Harris lose the election, I'd go, read this statement. Read this. Okay, that's why she lost. Because people got a fucking impacted ass full of this. It's a fucking ass full of this shit.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ, bitch. You sat in the cafeteria. Somebody wanted to know what you're doing there. And that's it. And I feel bad for her because she's broken. Bitches like Kathleen McCartney, president of Smith's College, broke her. We broke you. What you needed is someone to go, hey, this ain't a racist place. Now to go fucking read your book somewhere else and get going. That's what we need. Not fire the janitor and apologize. Ugh. All right, Mayhem. I'm disgusted now. I'm done.
Sorry, bud.
Oh, you got me fucking going. All right. Gino Vanelli, man. That was an interesting
great,
conversation.
Man. That was so cool.
The Life I Got's named the album. Out as we speak. Michael Rosenbaum, that was interesting too. Inside, living inside of you with Michael Rosenbaum. I'm going to be in San Diego doing stand-up April 11th and 12th at the American Comedy Club. And then I'm all over the place. Just go to adamcarolla.com for that. Until next time, Adam Carolla for Michael Rosenbaum. And Gino Vanelli and Mayhem saying... Mahalo. Yeah, get it on. Got to get on. Get on that board 510. Some specialists. What you got, Christy?
Did you see that interview with Kristi Noem on Face the Nation, I believe it was, where they cut out her entire explanation of why they were arresting that Venezuelan gang member, I think he was.
Yeah.
Where she was like, he'd beaten his wife, he'd been drug trafficking,
pornography. He was like
soliciting teenagers for sex, so much so that other gang members on text told him to knock it off.
Yeah.
That left that all out.
Well,
he's a Maryland dad.
Okay. They have made a grave calculation and They made an error, and so basically, let's just put it to you this way.
Yeah.
I say, listen, I work for the NFL, and I don't have a favorite team. I work for the NFL. I can't show favoritism, right? Mm-hmm. I treat all the teams the same. So I work for the NFL, and I can't show any favoritism. I go, okay. And then you go, did you hear that incident with Ray Rice? He punched out his girlfriend. Ray Rice for the Ravens? Yeah. Now, that's my team. But I can't say anything. I work for the NFL. I look at all teams equally. Mm-hmm. But I'm from the Baltimore area. And that's my team.
Yeah.
So I go, well, I'm sure it was nothing. You know what I mean? And then they go... oh, no, he punched her right in the elevator. And then you go, well, look, a lot of allegations are made, And by the way, who made those allegations? Pittsburgh Steelers fans? Come on.
Right.
I don't believe that. And then at some point, footage comes out of him just cold cocking her and knocking her out. And then I got to go, well, things can be deceiving in terms of even the camera sometimes can be deceiving. And it's like I painted myself into a corner.
Yes.
Because I said... I was equal with every team, but I was pulling hard for the Ravens, and now I painted myself into a fucking corner where now I have to defend my shit because you can't find out I'm a Ravens fan. So now I seem like an insane person. And you go, I know you're a Ravens fan. That's why. No, I just said due process. He deserves due process. You saw the film and you tried to defend him. I'm saying I've seen a lot of film. What film? That could be a deep fake or a cheap fake or something with the word fake on the end of it. Right. You know what I mean? It's like, you guys fucked yourself up. You hated Trump. Trump trying to deport a guy. You decided in order to make Trump look bad, he has to be a Maryland dad. If he is a pedophile and into human trafficking, then that makes Trump look good. So you decided to put all your eggs in the Maryland dad basket. And you have to do it, A, because you hate Trump, but B, you're protecting yourself because now you're protecting the lie that you told 4 months ago regarding this guy.
And it generally puts him in the position of betting on crime.
Yes. And now you've hurt your cause because, it's like somebody tweeted me, I know it was an article about the New York Times had a problem with RFK Jr. and his CDC, whatever. And I was like, well, this is nice, except for it's coming from the New York Times. So I can't believe any of it because I don't believe anything they say, especially as it pertains to RFK Jr. and the CDC. Yeah. Considering you guys were lying about COVID for 5 years, no. I wish I could read your article and go, wow, there's an issue here. Except for I can't because I think of you guys as liars or certainly inconsistent. And these Sunday, CBS, ABC, whatever, they have fucked their cause up so badly, they can't stop themselves.
It's weird, right?
Yes.
They see the falling ratings. They see and then the people go, we just can't trust it. Well, why not? Well, they're bewildered by that. Chris Cuomo is sort of the kind of the bellwether for all this. He seems confused by it, but he's open to it. He's sort of like listening.
Yeah. So they didn't like her. And now they're in a weird, they put themselves in a bizarre position. The position is you are desperately trying to have the veneer of nonpartisanship.
Right.
You're trying to you're trying to claw it back. You're trying to claw it back.
Yeah.
You're trying to claw back this thing.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist.
Right.
But you're trying to claw it back because we don't the public stop listening because you seem to be very partisan.
Yes.
Which you are, but anyway. So, and you got so sort of high on your own supply and over your skis and stuff that it's like when Trump was talking to Leslie Stahl about Russia and whatever, and she's like, sir, you can't go look at the laptop. I mean, sir, you can't prove that. I mean, she's literally combating.
Yeah.
They got to the point where he's saying, you're 60 Minutes, go investigate this. And she's screaming, no, we're not. We can't.
You can't even say it.
Right. So
there's nothing to investigate.
Okay. So, and by the way, my theory. Women can be drawn into those things very easily.
It's all hypnosis. It's all persuasion.
Right. At that moment, Leslie Stahl was not a reporter. She was a woman. Yeah. And she was arguing and didn't really realize the camera was going. And then she sounded like a fucking partisan idiot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So here's my point. They have an issue. So what they have to do is now Trump and his administration are in charge, right? So you are a Sunday morning news show on a network and you're not partisan. At least that's what you want your viewers to think.
Well, and by the way,
but how many times can you have Amy Klobuchar on to talk about what a douche Trump is? At some point, you're going to have people from his administration on because that's who's in charge. And by the way, you're nonpartisan. You should be happy to have J.D. Vance on. Okay. But all these Trump people have figured out, okay, you want us to come on your nonpartisan ABC, we're going to get spit out a bunch of stuff that you're going to hate. And they're like, all right, well, then we'll edit that part out.
Right.
All right. So here's what she actually said.
And the one thing that we will continue to do is to make sure that he doesn't walk free in the United States of America. This individual was a known human smuggler, a MS-13 gang member, an individual who was a wife beater, and someone who was so perverted that he solicited nude photos from minors. And even his fellow human traffickers told him to knock it off. He was so sick in what he was doing and how he was treating small children. So he needs to never be in the United States of America, and our administration is making sure we're doing all that we can to bring him to justice.
That was all cut out.
Yeah. They can't help it. It's really weird. I was thinking about that with Brandon Johnson of Chicago at a 6% approval rating. He is not altering course, right? Because he's look. Here's what I'm saying. He's on a mission from God. You know what I mean? Except for he's a fucking atheist. It would not be happy with God. But what I'm saying is he doesn't care if everyone in the room is telling him he's wrong. He's doing this thing. You know what I mean? He gets up there and proselytizes, you know, and starts yelling about standing in front of him and stuff. And you kind of watch it and you go, at what point do you go, hey man, I'm below 10% approval. Maybe I'm not. People voted you in to do a job. They would like you to do this stuff. And you're saying, damn the torpedoes, I'm doing what's right.
Yeah, I'm a great leader.
Yeah, right. But you're Joan of Arc in your fucking brain. But that's not what's happening. Yeah. And so you go, well, what's going on over there at ABC News? And they go, we're fucking doing what we're doing, bro. And it's like, yeah, but your rating, But listen, to be fair, that's all I did during COVID. Every person around me was like, shut up and do what they tell you to do. And I was like, fuck that. I'm going back to Twitter to call them all pussies. And they're like, you're ruining your life and your career and your family. And I'm like, don't care. So am I that different than Brandon Johnson? And the answer is the only thing that's different is he's wrong about everything he's doing and I'm correct about everything I'm doing. But at the time, you'd go, how do you know that? Right. So he thinks he's doing something that he's not.
Jeez. You know, I just looked up, are women more easily hypnotizable? And every study says yes, but there's something going on. Because every single study, it's like, well, it's older research, but it must be overwhelming. It must be like yes, we're way more easily, but. So it's
they're overwhelmingly.
It's really interesting.
The advice of psychics, right? Which suggests a certain vulnerability to ideas that are not mechanical or tangible, wouldn't you say?
Women are significantly more susceptible, but although, okay, all right.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so there it is.
Well, look, everybody, it's probably what makes them better moms.
Yes.
They have a thing.
They're tuned.
Yeah, they're tuned and they're sort of more whatever.
And they're also tuned to other women in terms of sort of collective cultural, the cultural collective. They maintain the cultural collective.
Right.
And cultural norms, too.
It's not good for engineering feats. You know what I mean?
Not by itself.
No, it's just not in general. It's not a good, it's like, look, this type, there's dogs. There's this type of dog and there's that type of dog. And, some are sort of made to do.
But I know a dog.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
You know a dog. What was Rex?
Australian Shepherd.
Australia, yes. I know a super lazy Australian Shepherd.
Yeah, but I know one that's
super lazy. He likes to hang around all day and does nothing. You know what I mean? Well, that's not their breed. But anyway, you know one. Okay. Well, I don't even know if you know them, but okay, you know one. Yeah. So look, if you get enough AOCs and Dana Bashes in the same room together, you're going to end up with a lot more of this. Yeah. And if you get enough Trump and Elon Musk in a room together, you'll end up with that. Pete Hegseth. You'll end up with something different.
Yep.
This is all I've been trying to say. In LA, we did a little experiment where we thought, let's get a lot of AOC and Dana Bashes in the room. And we ended up with shit policy. We ended up with, let's blame Toyota for catalytic converter theft.
Let's let the city burn down.
Yeah, that's chick. That's insane chick think. All right, we have the bullet train thing.
Wait, before you put that up, you mentioned shaming people on the internet. I saw you put out a great response to Jason Bateman, who was talking about you need to do a talking to go to dinner and have a talking to all of your family members who voted for Trump. And I'm a huge Jason Bateman fan, by the way. And you said.
I said that Thanksgiving's going to be real uncomfortable at Justine's this year, or some version of that.
You left out the Justine, but it was implied.
No, it said Justine.
Did you? Okay. I read Justine.
So what do you? Do you think you have a memory?
I thought I read the Justine into it, but it's all right.
No, it says Justine.
Okay, I believe you.
Well, how else would I say it?
It's going to be tough at Thanksgiving in the Bateman family this year.
Except for, I would assume all his family agrees with him, except for Justine.
Correct. I thought it was, in my head, that was implied in what you said. You didn't make it explicit.
True.
Okay.
I would never execute a joke where Justine was the only one that. Okay.
I get you. I hear you.
Now we got to find the clip.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, if I said Justine, then it's Justine.
Yeah.
That's how you know. Yeah. All right. Now we have the. All right. Here we go. All right. You want to read what he wrote?
There it is. Jason Bateman says Democrats should start going after the people who elected Trump and give them a talking to because they need to be held personally responsible for the current situation. And Adam said Thanksgiving is going to suck this year at Justine's. And I read it as the Batemans, or remembered it as the Batemans.
The Batemans wouldn't work because his mom and his dad and his other sister agree with him.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Drew.
Yeah.
All right. Sad that we have to go back.
Yeah.
But you know what I like? My life in the past would be somebody, not you, but somebody going, dude, you didn't say Justine. And I'd go, yes, I did. And they'd go, I'm 1,000% sure you did not say Justine. And I'd go,
I know better than to do that.
And then I would go, I wish there was a camera in the room that go, dude, you did not say Justine. And then we'd have to, that's where the argument would end.
Yeah.
Now we get to pull it up and you get to see me write the word Justine.
But you know what's interesting is that I did remember it as the Batemans in my head, but I know how fucking flawed memory is. And I'm not going to say I 1,000% know that's what you said. And you wrote jokes. You know better than me.
That's right. Okay. Now, the bullet train.
Yeah.
Somebody sent me this and it made me laugh. It just made me laugh. It's 2 minutes of here's where we're going for
With the passage
California.
of Proposition 1A in November 2008, California established itself as the leader for building America's first world-class, environmentally friendly transportation alternative for the 21st century.
That's what killed it.
A truly high-speed
Probably.
system, rivaling the best-known systems already operating in 11 countries around the world. Traveling at speeds up to 220 miles per hour over an 800-mile route, it will whisk riders from downtown Los Angeles to downtown San Francisco in just over 2.5 hours.
California's high-speed train system will be the largest public works project undertaken in the state in 50 years. Building this state-of-the-art network will create more than 600,000 construction jobs and another 450,000 permanent jobs.
I wonder how many construction jobs, how people actually got to the
With
construction
trains
site.
carrying up to 1,000 passengers departing as frequently as every 5 minutes
Every
during
5
peak hours.
minutes.
High-speed
1,000.
trains will carry as many as 100 million passengers per year by 2030.
Because that's how many people need to go back and forth to San Francisco.
High-speed train are expected to begin in earnest by 2012.
As construction continues, California's first high-speed train will begin running on a designated test section. Engineers will fine-tune the many complex
They'll
systems that
fine-tune
make
it
high-speed
a
train
decade
travel
ago.
the safest in the world.
Without
By
rails.
2020, passenger service will begin on the Anaheim-Los Angeles to San Francisco backbone of the system, a route of roughly 500 miles. The Merced to Sacramento and Los Angeles to San Diego sections will then come into service several years later, completing the entire
we fuck this up?
800-mile system.
Looks so
California
good.
is on track to the future. Clean, electrically powered high-speed trains
This is
are the best
2009.
means for meeting
Clean
Californians' mobility demand in the 21st century and will put Californians at the forefront of the emerging green economy.
California is leading the way into America's future.
We're going to lead the way. We're leading.
The future begins now.
So multiple
If I'm-
contractors went to other countries to build trains in the meantime.
If I'm running against Gavin Newsom, I just show this
This.
is my campaign ad, and then I just show some stretch of abandoned cement with the 2 tracks on it in the middle of Merced and the price tag, and go, here's where we're at. This is what they said. It's that process person again.
It's
They love
$90 billion they've spent, right? Got nothing.
They have nothing. They love it. They love clean. They love this weird world where this is what is, except for they can only do it on a computer because they can't physically do any of it.
Right.
but they love, what is so different about this wonderful graphic we just saw of pristine tracks and high-speed bullet trains and 220 miles an hour leaving Anaheim. So I'm gonna be at Disneyland and go, you know what? Why don't we have lunch at Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco?
It doesn't really exist anymore.
And we'll be back lickety split because I'm in the mood for some chowder in a bowl made of bread, Drew. So let's just hop on that rail. When's the next one coming? Well,
5 minutes.
The maximum would be 5 minutes, Drew, but one could be pulling up anywhere. Maximum 5 minutes. Could be average 2.5 minutes from you when you just asked. So here we go now. And I would what is the difference between this? Here's what I'm saying. Why don't you guys get together and get with some computer graphics firm and draw out a 2-minute sizzle reel of no child being left behind and everyone having a seat at the table and world-class health care for everyone and world-class education. Just draw it out. Just make a rendering of it and then let us see it, and then that'll be that.
Then we're done.
Well, there it is. That's what you want. Okay. Or we can just go out and see squalor and crime. But we have this graphic, Drew.
Yeah.
Don't you see?
Yeah. We feel good about that.
And it's clean. It's clean. Except for it doesn't exist. And it's not going to exist.
Yeah.
So would you like to live in some world where stuff happened or some world where we just made graphic illustrations of stuff?
In a weird way, it's a corollary of the truth not mattering.
Right.
Because there's no truth. Who cares?
The funniest picture is, Andrew, there's a great rendition of 7th Street Bridge. You know that bridge where they pulled all the copper out of the wiring for the lights and they're doing the street takeovers and no one can use it anymore?
Yeah. 6th Street? Something like that.
6th Street.
Yeah.
Have you seen...
There it is. No.
Have you seen the rendition of what that was supposed to look like?
No.
Oh, it's awesome. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful artist. People strolling hand in hand, folks selling ice cream cones, not gangbangers pulling wire out of the lights and then guys doing street takeovers and donuts. That wasn't part of the rendition. But it kind of reminds me, and I keep doubling back to the chick thing. Listen, I know this is what's going on in your head, but that's not what's going on out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, that was weird. All right, you'll find the rendition. It's just an artist's rendition of that. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
This is an ad by BetterHelp, and I think all of us have a tendency to sort of unload on other people, but that's not where you should be taking your material. Your personal material should be going to someone who has training, like a licensed psychologist. Therapist actually knows what they're doing. They're trained. They're licensed. They don't just nod and say, look at you blankly. BetterHelp has been doing this now for over 10 years. They've matched over 5 million people worldwide. It's time to use online therapeutic services. With BetterHelp, you jump online, short questionnaire, they match you with the right therapist, flexible, convenient, and you do it from your couch. There's no longer any stigma or there's no excuse anymore. So stop treating, people around you, the guy at Jiffy Lube, like they're your best personal friend. You don't know these people, and they're certainly not trained. Get matched with someone who is actually trained at BetterHelp, right, Daphne?
As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/AdamandDrew. That's betterhelp.com/AdamandDrew.
Hey, I played it on ACS years ago. It was really funny because it's comical when you see their version where they go, but don't you want this?
Yeah.
And you go, I do want that, but we're not capable of achieving that
not under their supervision.
Because your supervision is so fucked up and your priorities are so bad that no. I'd like a bullet train. I would like to loved San Francisco. I would be happy to jump on a bullet train and go there in 2 hours. I'd be fine with that, except for we can't do it because you won't
You need to reimagine travel.
He won't let that happen, but it's clean. And by the way, I'll tell you what they love. They love Europe. They love the future. And they love clean. It's going to be clean. And you know what they like? Yeah, they like to imagine, like John Lennon. Yeah. And they know what else they love? We lead the way. Yeah. We lead the way. There's always that thing in California, like, we're leading the way. Like, we are a cautionary tale of how not to govern.
We're leading in nothing.
Yes, we're leading in the look. An NFL team can lead in rushing, it can lead in passing, it can lead in scoring, or it can lead in fumbles lost and penalties.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of
that area.
There's a lot of categories.
Yes,
we don't lead in the good categories. Right. Is what I'm saying. Education, it's weird. It's also weird. The thing I always never stop complaining about with California, it's weird how dirty it is because it's California. You know, you always picture that postcard. And it's dirty.
It used to be.
It used to be clean. Yeah. It's really dirty, which is another thing that happens in these horribly run cities.
It's a broken window story, you know.
Right. But my argument is the train is 250 years old, and if you cannot build a train in modern times, it's not Drew. When you are administering some cognitive test for a senior, you don't say, well, let's go conduct a Philharmonic or let's go take on a chess champion. You give them a couple of simple trinkets or something and you go, put these in order. You know what I mean?
Right. Draw this clock.
Yeah. What things go together? Yeah. There's this thing, this sign, that sign, and this sign. It's a pretty simple thing. Yep. Now, if the person can't do that, you don't go, well, maybe he could excel in like advanced calculus or something. You go, no, this is a pretty simple. If you can't build a train, it means your society's fucked up. It's not like, well, we can't build a train, but we can build schools and airports and infrastructure and everything works nicely and it's clean and crime free. No. If you cannot build the train, you can't do anything. It's indicative of you not being able to achieve anything.
Speaking of leading the way, the Chinese now have a 600-mile-an-hour train they built. They threw it up in a couple of years, no problem.
Right. All right, Andrew, the weird thing is about that graphic and that bridge is I just can't believe it's not sitting on the internet somewhere because it's so...
I'm looking at the LA website. I'm Googling it. I'm looking for it right now. LA, the 6th Street Viaduct remodel project. I'm looking for the initial rendition.
Now, I'm assuming any LA website, it's taken it off because it's embarrassing.
Right. No, it's been wiped.
Yeah. You're going to have to find some version of it that somebody put up on the internet. But it's funny. It's like kids with balloons, couples holding hands, greenery, everything, not gangs, donuts. And oh, here we go, Drew.
There it is.
These are some of the renditions. You see any graffiti? You see any Dodge Challengers doing donuts or anything?
Wow.
Are they pulling the copper out of the street lights? At some point, somebody's going to have to just go, look, we're going to have to do something about our society because we can't have stuff. You know what I mean? Like you go, look, don't go out there wearing your Rolex watches. Ladies, do not go out. Even if you think you're in a safe part of town, you do not bring your Gucci. At a certain point, we have to go, okay, I get it. Don't wear the Rolex. I'm going to ask a bigger question. What happened?
Yeah.
What happened that you're warning people not to wear? You're going out to eat in Beverly Hills and you're telling the guy to leave his watch at home. Why? What has happened that we can't
Income inequality, man. Housing prices.
We can't have a bridge.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting to me is, and I've said this forever, in New York City, where the tax structure is very similar, when they do a rendition like this, that's what they build. And then they protect the shit out of it, and then people use it sanely.
Right. We built it, but we won't protect it.
Right.
Right. And so what we do is the cops step back. Last I checked, there are no lights on the bridge because we're not putting the copper wire back because we can't protect it from being stolen.
Right.
But it's nice to see the pictures of all the kids playing and the mixed race couples hanging out, right?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I don't know. Are there any actual pictures of this bridge?
How it ended up?
And what's under it? Yeah, because I don't think this is it. But, folks go to the park and they play backgammon and they enjoy the music. And the guys with the strolling, guys playing the mandolin, those guys selling soft swirl ice cream. It's weird. And also, Trump is the only one who goes, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
What is going on? And they go, wow, we haven't completely sunken into utter chaos. And it's like, yeah, I don't want any of it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, not that many people are getting shot. It's like, yeah, but why are people getting shot?
Oh, have you seen the homeowners meetings in Encino? I sent you a video.
Oh, I couldn't open it. Sorry.
It's so good. They've got the police chief, the mayor, the fire chief up there. There have been 250 fires at the homeless encampments in a month.
Right. Oh, by the way, here's your bridge with the Mexicans and their mini bikes taking over burnouts.
You gotta look at that.
That's a mini bike street takeover. It's such a sort of fucking ridiculous. It's sad, but it's funny, but it's also sad, but it's also like how much incompetence. And by the way, is there any sign, Andrew, of a park and green area and anything underneath it? There's nothing. It's just fucking asphalt and graffiti and trash. It's a fucking mess.
But I wanted to finish the story.
It's a mess.
Well, the reason I sent you the Encino thing was they had a homeless worker there, and he goes, we offer them, and the police chief goes, mayor goes, you have to talk to the police chief. Police chief goes, you got to talk to the mayor. Then finally the officer goes, well, we're not allowed to take them in. So homeless advocate, what are you doing to get them out of that homeless encampment? Don't you have housing for them? Oh yeah, we have housing. We offer it to them. We have to keep offering it to them. We can't make them go.
Right. Okay.
There it is. Fires in the meantime. Soon we'll have another Palisade situation.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait. All right. You go to adamcarolla.com for all live shows. Charlotte coming up at the Comedy Zone. That'll be this weekend. And then El Paso, the comic strip, next weekend. And then Albuquerque, Chemo Theater, 26th and 27th. Flagstaff, Orpheum Theater. Go to adamcarolla.com for all the live shows. What do you got, Drew?
Follow me on X at Dr. Drew, DRDRW, and look for the streaming shows Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
So, till next time, Adam Carolla with Dr. Drew saying, mahalo.
It's time to check Adam's voicemail.
Hey team, Mark from Oregon. I've got your new placard for your bathroom. If the door's closed shut, don't interrupt. If the door's open wide, don't break your stride. If the door's cracked a hair, enter with care. Get it on.
You can leave us a message at 888-634-1744.
Adopt those simple rules, everybody. Your life will be so much easier. We have no bathroom confusion here.
That's true.
In well over a decade, no one has ever walked in on somebody on the pot. No one has ever stood outside when the door was closed and knocked when no one was in there. And no one's ever walked into a huge shitstorm because we have rules, we follow the rules, and it works.
Yes, and we should bring back the hash browns.
Oh, we got another song.
Ooh.
This one is about being trapped in a room and only being able to watch Pink Lady and Jeff.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, I don't have a Japanese wife anymore. Jeff Altman stole her.
Really?
Oh, wow. I'm sorry.
It's a sore spot. I appreciate you bringing it out.
Hello, Kitty. Become a goodbye, Kitty.
Yeah, goodbye.
Tempura concession. I missed those days. All right, this is what the story is. Sorry.
I've been riding through Alaska where the map just turns to white. Playing for loggers, lonely truckers in the cold November night. Haven't had real hash browns in what feels like half a year. Just tater pucks and frozen tots from towns that disappear. I check into my motel room, the wind beating on the roof, and the TV flickers only one show like some cosmic kind of spoof. 'Cause it's Pink Lady and Jeff. Lord, I'm running out of breath. First no hash browns, now Jeff Altman. Feels like fate is dealing death. And those two pink ladies dance. It puts me in a trance because they look like my ex-girlfriend did the night she left our last romance.
AI.
Mehan, that's your life.
AI wrote that song in 3 seconds.
Wow.
We actually had to take two because we wanted to tie in hash browns.
But
That's a theme song for this episode.
Yeah, it totally is.
All right. So, news. What do you got?
Oh, you know what? First up, Bill Maher spars with Patton Oswalt over is hash browns better than... No, I'm just kidding. The Democrats gone too far left.
Mm-hmm. Because Patton is... Well, yeah, Patton's lefty.
Yeah, and we have a clip here of them sparring it up on Club Random Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Country is not as mature as it thinks it is. We elected Obama, and clearly the country freaked out. We're still living in that freak out. We are not as progressed and evolved and intelligent as we think we are because we keep freaking out about this stuff.
Well, you know? The left freak out too. The left freaked out about a lot of bullshit too.
What did they freak out about?
Gender, race, parenthood, schools,
COVID,
homelessness, crime, the border. Education, like we stopped being a scientific people. Like it's not scientific.
But the left certainly stayed scientific.
No, they didn't.
Why not?
Because they think gender bullshit that they went way too far with. That's not scientific.
Yeah, it's tough for the serious lefties out there because they got to fucking deal with being wrong about everything, which is got to be tough because the problem here's the problem essentially. It's like you got into some club, right, and you're in that club for a million years, like let's just say
Scientology.
Yeah, like Scientology. Nah, let's just say it was a club or even a biker gang. And you got your jacket and your colors and your leathers all, and you hung out with these guys and you rode with these guys.
I ride with the Latter-day Saints.
And I went with the up to the rock store every Sunday, and everything was good for a long time. And you had this biker club. Well, what's it about? Well, it's about raising money for screwed up kids. We'll do a ride for the orphan kids, and we always recycle our stuff. Yeah, we'll drink some beers, but we throw that beer into the blue can, and we recycle. And you go, all right, well, this is the club I'm in. I hope my son joins up when he's old enough. And I've been in this club, and my dad was in the club before I got in the club. And then at some point, they're having a meeting, and they're like, now, look, we recycle, yep, and we raise money for the kids, yep, and we got our campaign about hash browns, a hash brown awareness campaign.
Standard.
Great, loving all that. Love me some Pink Lady and Jeff, right? Oh, and by the way, a chick is a dude, and a dude is a chick, and a chick can be a dude, and a dude can be a chick, and you don't have to cut your cock off, and you can use whatever locker room you want, okay?
What?
And then you go, whoa. What was that last part? You can have a beard and a cock and balls and walk into the ladies' locker room and shake your dick around and do whatever the fuck you want. That's part of what we're...
Well, how much eyeshadow does this bearded man have on?
None. He just says you do. Now, here's the problem. A lot of guys don't want to get out of the gang. They still got the colors, they still got the jacket, and they've been riding with them for so long that they go, all right, well... All right, so you're saying we're going to raise money for the kids and awareness about hash browns, and then a dude can be a chick and a chick can be a dude, and there's 15 genders, and I got to use your pronouns. Yeah. All right, but if we just kind of limit that, then I think I can still hang in the gang. And then they go, no, we got to open the border. We want a wide open border. And we want to raise taxes on everybody to pay for a bunch of shit, like guys getting transgendered surgery in prison, let's say, if you're an illegal. And then they go, God damn it, I got this jacket, and it's got all the embroidery on it. And some of the people, like Bill Maher, go, I'm not sure if I want to keep riding with you guys because this sounds nuts. And then the other half, who are ride or diers, have to make an ass of themselves trying to explain what the club's up to. and somehow talk it away. But they can't because the club's getting crazier and crazier. Oh, and by the way, if something like COVID comes around, we got to make sure and lock all the schools and lock you in your home. And it didn't come from a lab in Wuhan. It came from a pangolin wet market. So let's get all that straight, too. And then a lot of people went, well, you're too fucking crazy for me to ride with you guys anymore. I got to find another group to go ride with. And that's what Bill's doing. But there's still some ride or diers, and those people have to just sit there and look like idiots trying to explain all their horse shit. And that's the time we're living in.
I'm so happy I bought a house in Austin.
Oh, smart.
I'm going to move there for the tax, and I can call my son retarded without getting kicked out because he is a little slow. My daughter is smart, but she's cunty. I don't want her to try to cut me out from her life when she turns 18. I need to control her continually so she can ensure her success.
I'm just going to try my luck with the Hells Angels.
Yeah. All right. So your daughter you can control.
I want to, but she's going to outsmart me and use the California. I'm my own person. But my son, I need to discipline him, and I can't do it with the school now. They have I can't put a participation trophy.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce it. They don't deserve it. Nobody should have it. If you are a number two, you're number one loser. You don't deserve any trophy. You should know you are not special, and
That's good.
you
That's
don't belong
capitalism.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Exactly. I believe in my money, and if I'm paying my due, I'm not paying anyone's surgery. I want to get my boobs done first.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would pay for those versus paying a transgender operation for a prisoner.
I just feel like if you want to transition, is your right. You should sell your kidney to pay for the surgery because organs is expensive.
Yeah.
You can pay for it. I believe.
Deductible.
Yeah, I believe in people's rights, but I don't believe in me paying for anything. I'm cheap.
Yeah,
I'm a cheap Chinese person.
I concur.
Yes, I change club. The only club I believe in is money club. Whatever is getting more money, that's where I go.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, I don't know what to say.
You got it?
Yes, that's what.
All
right. What do you got? Sorry.
Hey, next up, the House Republicans said to vote nearly unanimously for the release of the Epstein files. The day is here. Yeah.
There is a thing, you can kind of get to the truth. You can get to the truth if you just sort of reverse engineer things sometimes, which is there's a lot of talk about what do they got on Trump? What do they got? What's in that Epstein file on Trump? Well, the Democrats were in charge for the last 4 years and they didn't drop anything. So if they had something on Trump, they surely would have dropped it because they were doing everything they could do to disqualify him from running. So it makes sense that if there's something in that file and they had the file and they were in charge and whether it was dropped or not, we would know it by now.
Yeah.
That's what
Well, you're discounting the fact that there may be new evidence gathered recently that would, implicate people.
There may, listen, I don't claim to know anything other than it doesn't logically make sense that they had the file.
Yeah,
for
they
4
would have
years and
dropped
they didn't
it 100%.
If there was a couple pages in there, a couple pictures in there that made Trump look bad, we would know about it by now. But I don't know. Something new? I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and they're going to release, they're expected to release it. And once the measure is passed in the House, Senate Republicans will have to vote on it. So there's some steps here. And then there's already reportedly enough support for it there. And Trump is expected to sign it if it passes.
I expect a lot of suicide after that.
I don't know that your culture has dignity, and so they commit suicide.
Yes, they kill themselves.
You can't shame our culture. We don't kill ourselves. We should, but we don't.
They just make a deal and just keep going.
Yeah, our only group that we have that really kill themselves are like school shooters.
Oh, yes.
They kill themselves, but the rest of us, we don't kill ourselves. We should. Some of us should.
Yeah, I don't know why.
There's a waspy element in the culture where we're like, God will not let me into heaven if I hang myself.
Is that why? It's because religion?
Yeah, I think
so. Your version of Bill Cosby would have killed themselves.
Yeah, of shame. Yeah, like here in America, ain't no shame.
Yeah, Bill Kim, or whatever your version of Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
It would be Lee.
Yeah, his wife was defending him. That's hilarious.
What I'm saying is if there was some guy who was a beloved figure who was the father to all the Chinese, China's dad and stuff, and then at some point all the roofie and rape shit came out, they'd fall on their sword.
Yeah, they will kill themselves first. And
we don't do that.
That's interesting. This is interesting.
Now, Epstein may have done it, but I don't think so.
Someone else did it to him. Someone else killed him, I think.
It seems like it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Maybe pink ladies went there and took him, killed him. Pink ladies, oh my God.
All right, what else?
Next up, billionaire MAGA donor Bill Ackman shares some dating advice for young men.
No, I don't want to hear any dating advice from billionaire.
Well, neither did the internet. He has been ruthlessly mocked. His statement is to walk up to a woman at a coffee shop and say, "May I meet you?
May I meet you?
May I meet you?" Would that work on you? May I meet you? What if I was a hot cowboy?
Yes, I will meet you. I'll be like, yes, I will meet you. Yes. I mean, I know he's a billionaire. I'm just going to make a deal.
I say it as a warning. I may meet you.
I spell meat MEAT.
Yeah.
Oh,
different.
yes.
All right, let me say this. This is the problem. This is the reason why no advice is good advice for this, because women have many different approaches in terms of the way they receive things. If there is a guy at your office, like a guy you work with, there's always a creepy guy at the office, and then there's always a cool guy at the office. And if the cool guy comes up and gives you a compliment on your dress or whatever that is, then you're flattered and you take it as good. But if the creepy guy does it, you report him to HR.
It's the HR meeting.
Right. So he gets into trouble.
Yeah.
So what's the advice? Go up and compliment the receptionist on how she looks in her dress? Well, not if you're a creepy guy. That's bad.
Yeah.
If you're George Clooney, then it's good.
But if you stand a good far way away and go, "May I meet you?"
Yeah.
You might have a shot.
It's a billionaire move. It's only reserved to billionaires.
So since I hear from many young men, they find it difficult to meet young women in a public setting. In other words, the online culture has destroyed the ability to spontaneously meet strangers. As such, I thought I would share a few words that I used in my youth to meet someone that I found compelling. I would ask, "May I meet you?" before engaging further conversation. I almost never got a no. Well, it's a tough thing to say. I did. When I was at the bottom of my ladydom, I was at a place like the Sagebrush Cantina, and there was a nice looking woman sitting at a table with her friend, and there was an open chair, and I walked up and I said, "Mind if I join you?" And she looked up at me and she said, "Why?" And then I just kept walking. And that's when I realized not to try to talk to people that were good looking in an environment like that. But
Maybe she's flirting with you. She wants to say why.
You know what it is? Women, they smell the stink of failure.
No, but this is pre-improv class because you didn't yes and nothing. You were like,
my girlfriend dumped me. I had to look in the stench of failure.
Yeah. Women's
failure on me. And she was like,
yes, sniff blood. Yes.
Get out of here.
The shark nose.
Right. The shark nose.
Yeah.
1 ounce, just a drop of loser in a sea.
Drop a breakup.
It dries out the pussy. It dries out the pussy.
I was out like, I got to get back on that horse. Boom. Shot down.
Too soon.
But also, your tactics were way off. Two girls having a meeting. No way. You got to saddle up next to somebody doing their homework there, young Adam.
It was tough. Let's see. What are we looking at?
Bill Ackman's dating. Oh, this is they wrecked them online. Yeah, on Twitter. Like, "Doctor, are you sexually active?" Me. I listened to Bill Ackman's dating advice. Doctor says a simple no would suffice.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know. Leave the guy alone.
Just roasted him.
He's just being quaint.
Well, next up, Amy Schumer has erased any evidence she was ever plus-sized from Instagram.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
It's just like, you made your whole fortune and career and identity as the fat girl. Same with Lizzo. Lizzo was fat shaming other fat bitches. Just keep it on. Like I used to be fat and life told me that my life is much better. Now I lost weight. Just be honest. But they wanted to, I just think it's so fucking stupid to have a double standard to like erase your identity before. Yes, I was ugly, but I'm going to make sure people know I was ugly. That's why I'm cool now. Like I'm not going to erase my ugly photos when I was a little Chinese boy. It's fine. It's part of me. But you were fat and that made you who you are. And now she's very skinny now. She's literally a size 4, I think. And she's also tall with nice legs. I think she's soon going to get an injection on her lips. She's going to simply just be like, you know what? I no longer like my tiny baby bird asshole lips.
Cybernetic. Yeah,
she
lost 30 pounds, so taking Ozempic. Like, that's the big deal.
Just be honest. I don't know. Like, you can't erase.
Well, it's a weird thing. Every woman wants to be thin and beautiful.
Yes.
And they all do. And then the ones that say they don't are lying.
Yes.
And so what they tried to do is go, look, I'd like to be skinny, but I don't want to fucking put down this ham sandwich. So what if I went on some sort of crusade to talk America into thinking that my fat ass was hot, and then we can get a bunch of corporate shills like Dove soap and everyone on Madison Avenue to cave because we'll make it super popular to think that all shapes and all sizes are sexy. Look, here's the bottom line, and all, you don't need. Fuck whatever Dove soap is telling you is sexy or whatever it is. When you take the most eligible bachelors in the world, when you take the guys who can date whoever they want, and maybe sometimes it's a friend of yours who just does really well with women, or George Clooney. Has George Clooney ever dated a fat bitch? The answer, no. His fucking girlfriend is skinny as a fucking rail because that's what they do. Now, he'll give you a bunch of speeches about all shapes being wonderful and it's in the eye of the beholder and sexy women come in all different sizes. Why don't you date a fat bitch then, George? How come it's only fucking models? It's all fucking skinny chicks. That's all. And by the way, the hottest, most eligible dudes, whoever they are, the last 100 years of Hollywood, anybody. Now, once in a blue moon, a Hugh Jackman shows up. But his wife was a skinny bitch, and then she gets to be big.
And he
but
left.
because he's been married for 28 years, and then at some point, he
left.
moves on.
Yeah.
Right, okay, that's it. So the standard is not what Dove soap tells you, or what Madison Avenue tells you, or what Lizzo tells you. The standard is the guys who get to fuck whoever they want, who do they fuck? And if the answer is skinny, tall chicks, then that's what we're into.
I like a good torta from time to time.
You like a torta?
Yeah,
but
Claro que sí.
How was the Japanese chick?
Oh yeah, she's great. What do you mean?
She's skinny.
Oh
They're
yeah,
not
of course.
dating anymore.
She's gone. Yeah, she betrayed you. I think I think a lot of times like men is always shameless. A man would hit on a girl who is other league. But the problem is dating apps has made women delusional.
Yeah.
Because on dating apps you are a ugly bitch and you get swept by really hot guys. He just wants to fuck you. He's not a match for you. But they think he likes the way I look. He likes I am 200 pounds overweight.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
he just want to do a quick drop.
We do this thing where it's like fat chicks are hot and poor people are noble. But the second you can make a buck or take a shot to get skinny and then get rich, everyone jumps on it immediately. So,
well, we're in the early days of this. This weight loss drug is kind of magical. People are like completely changing themselves,
Yeah.
you know, and I get it. I totally, if you can use some type of substance to help you, there's no USADA testing you. You're not cheating in the Olympics. Hell, Amy Schumer can erase every damn her fat era is over.
Psychological
Yeah.
thing going on, Mayhem.
Yeah.
You can't spell USADA without you.
Yes.
You understand? You know, you're weak. You don't have what it takes.
You know, it's true. I agree with you that you should do this thing natural, but hey, everyone's going to use a cheat code.
Erasing all of the past photos is it's crazy. Her tracks are too big to cover.
By the way, she's been in 11 movies where she was a fat ass. What's she going to do?
She's going to tell them she's wearing a fat suit.
She's like,
she just wants to put her best fat forward.
And next thing you know, she's gonna get the nose done and get a lip injection. It's just gonna. If she's
gonna be the ultimate Newport Beach wife.
She's gonna be. Yeah,
it's so funny. Like no matter how rich, how successful, how anything, they trade it all in to be a hottie.
Yeah, they all end up looking like Bezos.
The fat girl, Rhythm Wilson.
Yeah,
she lost weight.
Yep.
And she lost her career too, I think.
She did. I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
Because she was known as this whimsical, chubby chick, and now she's
want to be because she had a pretty face. She's just like a hot Adele.
Yeah. And then what happened? And now she's very skinny, and she did one movie. I don't know if
I don't know. You cannot become Margot Robbie.
It's like if you just suddenly spoke perfectly crisp English.
I don't know. I'll become.
You got to get back to your roots and talk.
I'll become Hanoi Hannah. GI, surrender. Your country lying to you. They give you money when you die.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, wait,
before and after.
Yeah, do a little
side by side.
Hanoi Hannah.
I like that. I like that. Yeah.
GI, you have blue eye. Your country punch you on the face. Don't care about you. You stay in Vietnam. You teach English in our school.
Yeah, I'll be
for free.
That needs to be a GTA 6 radio station.
I should play Hanoi
Hannah. You should.
All right. So I'm just me and Mayhem are a couple of GIs, and we're just in
the
country.
Shit. Yeah,
we're in the
raining.
shit.
It's been raining for 40 days.
It's raining, and we're just sitting in there. We got our ponchos on.
Can't find any hash browns.
No hash browns.
Hey, they play the Eagles on this radio station.
No.
You want to check them out?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right. Oh no, they're at ad break or something.
Turn the radio on.
Yeah. GI. I am Hanoi Hannah. You country has abandoned you. They don't give a fuck about you. You can come to our restaurant. We can put our egg roll in your asshole. They don't want anything to do with you. Your mom, your wife already moved on. He's sucking big black cock now. Your wife, you don't know what your son is. Nobody want you.
Hold on.
Hey, Ace, fuck Nixon.
I'm getting depressed. I came over here. I thought this was a worthy endeavor. That's a big word for a 19-year-old. I've been the shit in Vietnam, but I signed up for this is my second tour, bro, but this Hanoi Hannah.
Hey, get back to digging that foxhole, Carolla.
Oh, man, I'm getting depressed. Turn that radio up again.
You want crispy, sexy Vietnam hotties? We come here, suck your cock, give you a massage at the same time. You drink here, hero. You don't go America. They give you money when you die.
Playing the good stuff. Get in here.
When you already died, you already go to hell. Stay here. It's cheaper.
Oh.
Your mom already moved on. Your wife sucking other cocks.
Now I'm feeling kind of depressed. We should change the station.
I don't know. It's about all. It's the only one that'll play. It's all John Fogerty. That's all I've heard since I've been here.
Yesterday they played Freebird.
Freebird? That didn't come out for another year and a half. I'm listening to all Fogerty. You're living in the future with Freebird. What year do you think Freebird was? Like 70?
Like 75.
75?
Yeah.
This fucking thing only went... We had this shit wrapped up in 74, bud. Freebird came out a year after the war ended, so I don't know what you're listening to. I'm listening to Fogerty. Creedence.
November of 74.
November.
Yeah, 74.
End of 74. NAM ended in 74, but when? Maybe it got in under the... You were in the shit. You were in the rear with the gear, listening to Fogerty. Wait a minute, turn that radio up again. I want to hear what this bitch has to say.
GI, you don't understand. Your country give you money when you die. Vietnam cannot be fucked with. When you fuck us, we fuck you back. Paris, France try to fuck us. We took their baguette. We fucked them in the asshole. China try to fuck with us. We don't let them fuck with us. America is going to done. America is done. You stay here. You teach English for free. You get free blowjob, free banh mi sandwich. You banh me, I banh you.
Oh, man. It says Freebird came out in 73.
Yeah, you got that painted black tape?
It was released as a single in 74 for some reason.
Oh, okay. And Vietnam was over in 74, right?
Yeah, I believe
sure.
so.
So I'm in there, Bangkok Betty with the playing that song?
We were all pretty pulled out by like 72, 73.
Sorry, man. My history is off.
No, it was pretty... Technically, Freebird was out during Vietnam.
Wait a second, man.
What? Uh-oh.
Vietnam War officially ended April 30th, 1975.
Yeah, but there's some skirmishes.
All right. Well, maybe we were. Turn up Freebird. Let's see. Let's hear a little Freebird. Xiaoying, come on.
Oh, yeah. Here she is again.
You know the song Free Bird. If you want your bird, you feel free. You want your bird to be free. Your boss no longer blue. You surrounded now. GI surrounded. Your country do not give a fuck about you. Uncle Sam has been bought and paid many times. You stay here, we give you good life. You stay here, ban me, I ban you. You go to Bangkok, we Bangkok together.
I'm thinking of voting Democrat.
Yeah, me too. All right. Jiaoying, you got to get on a phone call. So I am told. Maybe it's your mom calling. Maybe she remembers Pink Lady.
I hope so.
I don't know.
Yeah. I hope my mom. I gotta take the call. I have to take it. If I don't take it, she'll kill me.
What species are you? Is the name of the special. Hulu and Disney. Live shows all over the place, man. Wow. Where should we go to find all your live shows?
JiaoyingComedy.com. JiaoyingComedy.com. I'm coming all over the world.
All right. Go check out Jiaoying Summers. Mayhem.
December 6th, Thunder Studios got 2 guys fighting.
And me, Texas, this Thursday. Fort Worth, Texas. Going to be at Hyenas. And doing stand-up there, a couple of shows, and then Friday, Woodlands, Texas, Do-Si-Do, Big Barn, and then Walnut Springs, Texas. Go to adamcarolla.com for all the live shows. Until next time, it's Adam Carolla, Jiaoying, and Mayhem saying mahalo. Oh, Steve Wilkos in here, Dawson's in here. The Steve Wilkos Show, by the way, it's NBC, and you can check your local affiliates for that. All right, Dawson, what's going on out there?
Well, Jimmy Kimmel ignited a firestorm over his comments about the alleged Charlie Kirk assassin, so Disney is pulling ABC's Jimmy Kimmel Live indefinitely. Nexstar Media, which owns hundreds of television stations, announced it would preempt Kimmel's show on all of its affiliates for the foreseeable future. They say Kimmel's comments about the death of Mr. Kirk are offensive and insensitive at a critical time in our national political discourse. We do not believe they reflect the spectrum of opinions, views, or values of the local communities in which we are located.
So when all this was breaking, I was on the road in traffic doing a thing kind of half out of town. And I was listening to talk radio. So I love talk radio, but talk radio tells you what's going on when it's happening. And Mike August, who's booker and friend, and I was meeting him at the event, he's a sports radio guy. I don't get the sports radio guys, but okay. But he didn't. So, but he's very, he worked for Kimmel's show for 15 years. He's very finger on the pulse of what's going on. This guy, that guy, Jimmy, he knows what's going on at the Kimmel show, and he was there for a long time. He also knows what's going on in late night show business, because James Baby Doll Dixon, my agent, is Colbert's agent. Mm-hmm. It was Mike's former partner and Jimmy's agent. Also, it was crazy. James Baby Doll Dixon represent, 7 weeks ago, we had 2 guys that were like the king of late night, and now both on, over a decade, so on and so forth. So anyway, I'm hearing about this on the radio. And so Mike calls, and he goes, how far away are you from the gig? I go, I got another hour in traffic. And then he brings up Kimmel for some reason. He's something like, oh, man, what's this Kimmel thing? He says something sort of innocuous. And I go, oh, yeah, man. That's crazy, right? And he goes, what? And I go, yeah. And so then I tell him, I think he knows that Kimmel's been pulled off. He does not know. So then I go, I said, what would be funny? Every time I talk to Bill O'Reilly always says to me, Connecticut guy, right? Yeah. I talked to Bill O'Reilly
last week.
He goes, hey, tell your buddy Kimmel to put me on the show. Tell your buddy Kimmel to roll in it every time. He goes, tell your buddy, I'd be great on the show. Go tell your buddy that. And Kimmel was slated to go to New York, go to Brooklyn, So he goes, he's going to be in here, tell your buddy, whatever. So just because I think it's funny, and I know Jimmy's show's been pulled, I tell Mike, hit up O'Reilly and tell him good news, I got him booked. He's coming to New York. Colbert's his lead, but he's going to bump Colbert, and I got you in there instead. And Jimmy goes, Mike goes, you want me to do what with O'Reilly? I go, just hit up O'Reilly's people, tell him good news, I got him booked on Kimmel's show. He goes, you got him booked on Kimmel's show? I go, yeah, tell him that. It's funny. Well, I don't get it. Why did you book him on Kimmel's show? I thought Kimmel said okay. So this goes on for 10 minutes. I go, Mike, it's a joke. It's funny, right? He goes, why is it funny? And I go, because it's a funny joke. Because O'Reilly's always hit me up, and now it'd be funny if you told him I got him booked on. Right. And he goes, I don't get what's funny about that. And I go, it's funny because Jimmy's show got canceled. And he goes, what? I go, yes, Jimmy's show got canceled. He goes, what are you talking about? I go, what the fuck, Mike? Don't you have a radio? You got a phone? I've been on the road for an hour. I've been on the road for an hour. He goes, I go, just don't say, how far are you from the gig? He goes, 5 minutes. I go, just go there, park your car, get your phone out, and call me back. And then he calls me back. And he's like, holy shit. And I'm like, now you can see how funny that O'Reilly joke is, right? And he's like, well, yeah, now I get it. So I said, well, hit O'Reilly anyway, because this is going to be funny, because I just want to do this. And then, Mike's talking, when affiliates, he was saying, I think it was Conan had one affiliate in Boston drop him, and that's when the domino effect started happening with Conan. But he knows the nuts and the bolts of TV and late night and affiliates, and once X amount of affiliates, it's once the affiliates drop you or a group drops you, then you get dropped. Now, so then I'm very weird about sending text to people that are in the middle of stuff, because I feel like they're being flooded with text, and then it feels like a burden to them because they feel compelled to answer your text in a pile of text that they're getting.
Well, I would imagine you were on the receiving end of that.
I was
yesterday.
I got onto a group thing with all the guys who worked there and stuff like that. The usual suspects, the guys I watch football with and stuff. But I also had a gig, so I basically
shut it off.
I just have to go perform and be on stage and do whatever I'm doing. I can't sit around, get a private room, and look at my phone. It happened right when I got there. But there was a break. And I said to Jimmy, I just sent him a text because, you want to be on record as like understanding or knowing or whatever. So then I just sent him a text that just said, thinking about you, hope you're okay. And then I always write, I don't know, maybe this is a reverse psychology thing, but I always write, you don't need to reply, because I just want, it's like saying, your dad died, hey, Steve, sorry. Yeah. Handle your business. I understand. I don't want you actually writing me back and telling me thank you for. It's a tough time for all of us. I'm thinking about you.
I'll lead with that sometimes. No need to reply. Just making sure you're cool.
Right. He wrote back 18 seconds later, which is how Jimmy does. He just writes back. And maybe he's passive aggressive. Maybe it's my no need to reply makes him reply faster, but. He just replied, and he's like, wow, strange times out here, or whatever. And then I told him I booked O'Reilly on the show. I said, look, as long as you're replying, I'm going to just tell you I booked O'Reilly, but I'll make a joke. And then he just wrote back, I'm being followed by a helicopter. And I was like, oh, wow, these are strange times,
Wow.
So, I just said, stay safe, good. I think a lot of people want me to comment on it. My feeling is this. I don't think he should have been fired it's a weird thing. The right and the left are always sort of misinterpreting things. He was inaccurate about something. It wasn't like he was necessarily attacking Charlie Kirk. He was trying to dump it on Trump and inaccurate about it, because that's what we're living at, a time where something happens. Nancy Pelosi's husband gets hit with a hammer. This side says he's had a MAGA hat on. That side says he's some kind of nudist hippie from Haight-Ashbury. You know, that's all we do now. I don't feel like it's necessary, but that's all we do. But you know, also, and I don't like the government getting involved. And I've heard every side of the story. And in general, I just want people to speak, and then the ratings will do the talking, and you can support them or not support them. And if that's what you want to watch, you can watch it, or you can watch Gutfeld and listen to him bash Kimmel, you know, or however you want to do it. That's the world I'd like to live in. But it's not the world we're living in, and I understand people's arguments. And my thing is just, my perspective is different just because I know Jimmy. And I know Jimmy to be a very good guy and a generous guy, and I've always said that about him. And I realize that while everyone else knows Jimmy as a caricature, I know him as a person. You know, so when people, you know, when I run into the people that don't know Jimmy as a person, you know, I'll O'Reilly or Dave Rubin or Dennis Prager, and they go, "What's up with your buddy Jimmy?" Well, I know him, so that's why I don't think of him like you think of him. But on the other hand, they think of you as a cartoon character too, and I know you. You know, I know Dennis Prager's a very sweet man, lovely man, but these guys on the other side think of you as a cartoon character. And then at a certain point, there's the assassin who thinks of Charlie Kirk as a cartoon character, not a dude. I know him as a guy, sweet guy, fair guy, family guy, good American. But that guy looks at him as a cartoon character, and that's why he gets to kill him. You see? And so I know Jimmy as a human, and I know how good he is, and I know how decent he is. And we disagree politically, but who cares?
Right.
We disagree. We disagree on pizza toppings as well, but it doesn't mean we don't talk, you know? And that's the part I don't get.
Right? Because I lean conservative. Jerry was super liberal guy, and we would have discussions all the time, but we loved each other. I mean, I loved the man. He loved me. I mean, I saw him a month, you know, and we'd talk about not burning somebody. You know, Jerry came to see me. I know he knew this was the last time he was ever going to see me. He didn't burn me with, "Hey, Steve, I'm dying."
Right.
Like, he wanted to see me one more time, but he was not going to burn, and, you know, that's just the way he was. But my point is, like, all these years, we spent 30 years together, and we had opposing views. But I loved him. He loved me. We loved getting together, being together. Now, it seems like if you have opposing views, people are cutting you out. Like, I don't want you in my life anymore. Right. You don't think like me, which to me is like craziness, right? People are cutting their own mothers off, their parents off, because you see these kids on TikTok. I won't have anything to do with my parents anymore because, you know, they think opposite of me.
It seems it's a larger operation.
Yeah, it's just
splitting
the world
up the families, dividing everyone against each other.
Strange times, man. Yeah. I mean, you're cutting people that you love out of your life because they don't think like you. It's crazy.
I don't. First off, I don't get what's in it for you. You know what I mean? Like, I would like to enjoy Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? And we can watch a football game and eat some turkey and drink a little bit. We don't need to talk about any of this stuff. I think for me, it's always been a thing where it's always he said, she said. But I think there is a division to be made, or a delineation to be made, which is there are people that are on the left and the right, and the left people, nobody thinks Jon Stewart is an evil guy. They think of him as, I disagree with this guy politically. They even will say he's talented, he's smart, he's bright, you know. I'm sure he's a good dad. I'm sure he's a good husband. He's a good dude. I disagree with him. I disagree with whatever his policies are. Okay, that's fine. But, when you start getting into this guy's evil, well, then we're going to a different place, because the disagreement, whether it's at Thanksgiving with your niece and your nephew, if you're a Steelers guy and they're Ravens fans, that's fine. That's how the world comes down. We come down to everyone's a fan of something. You're a Chevy guy, I'm a Ford guy, whatever we do. But if you're a Chevy guy and I'm an evil guy, and you're a Pittsburgh guy and I'm an evil guy, right, and you like anchovies on your pizza and I'm an evil guy, well, at some point, I can't come to Thanksgiving. And at an extreme point, I'm going to need to be put down.
Right.
And that's the problem. And I think that's the division that we're talking about, which is the right and the left go, you guys sling just as much mud as we do. Right. But we're calling people stupid or low IQ or slow or sleepy or whatever he's doing. You're going with the evil part. And that's when the bullets start flying.
Yeah.
I think they've also underestimated just how much this country has, I guess, come together behind Charlie Kirk, and how this is incredibly wrong. Would you like to see what Kimmel said?
Yeah, I've seen it, but we can...
we'll leave the long cut in there, because...
We can play it. It's him going after Trump.
It's not necessarily just going after Trump. It's after everyone who voted for Trump.
I guess that's where the MAGA problem is, yeah.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction. Demolition.
Now, see, there's nothing wrong with that.
That part
in my mind.
Yes.
The other part, inaccurate, but like I said, I can't turn on Jimmy because he made my career. And I know him as a person. I just was talking to him before this, just sort of, he was at the Emmys. I just said, what's going on? He said, I'm at the Emmys. I got to sit here for 4 hours and not win anything. And it was just a human, funny conversation. Rennie Harlan, the famous film director, is out there. Got here a little early, so I'm going to wrap it up just a beat early and get Rennie out here. Steve, the show on NBC, no danger of being pulled by the affiliates.
No, because when they tell me something, I listen.
You can go, should we go, you can check your local affiliates, right?
Yeah, go all over. Go to stevewilkos.com and they'll tell you where it's at.
Thanks, Steve.